Hey guys, this is Greg coming to you with another episode of Greg's Bonsai. Today we're going to be going way back here. This is Lemon Tree B. Last time I did an update on this guy was back in the beginning of September. So we're now 2 months past that, and you can see he is tall. Look at that. Really super tall. He's probably, I would say, at least twice as high as what he was back in my September video. And I did measure him. He is about 33 inches tall right now, which is pretty big, especially for this. I have it currently in my grow tent. I did bring it out just so that we could get a video of it. But a couple weeks ago, at least, I moved this guy from the outside since it was getting colder at night, and I didn't really want to do anything with this guy. I'm just going to zoom in here a little bit. Just so you can get kind of an idea of what it looks like up close a little bit more. But I put him inside the grow tent. So he's been in there for about a month now, just getting the sun from there. And it looks like he's transitioned well into the tent because the leaves look pretty nice. There's a little bit of browning and yellowing in a couple areas, but nothing too crazy. I lost... I'll show you here. This is what I lost by going into the tent. And that really is down here. So it's not too bad, at least from what I see. So we're just gonna kind of start from the bottom and work our way back up to the apex here of the tree and just kind of have a good idea of what's going on here with this. Now you will notice if you've watched my last video on this, and it will be in the playlist so you can go back and check it out. But I moved this guy from this back in September to this number 2 pot. So 1.5 gallons pretty much, give or take, from this pot. So you can see how much more room this lemon tree has had. And if you look at my current videos of lemons, you can kind of see the size difference of what this guy looks like compared to what is still in a pot like this. It does not have as much room to grow and spread its roots. So now that this guy's had that, it's able to develop a little bit better of a trunk and just be able to spread that root structure out into this pot. Now I did, earlier today, I did fertilize this, so I gotta mix this in a little bit here. And just because this guy's going to be feeding, and again, he's going to be in the grow tent, so he's going to be growing and growing and growing. And we're in November, so back in February was essentially when I started growing this thing from seed. So that 1 year mark is probably when I'm going to start doing some actual trimming to this. Now that it's got a nice strong base to this. And if you recall from my last video, I think I actually had a chopstick in here holding this guy up. This guy can now hold himself up all on its own, just with the roots and just with this trunk here. So we still have, and this is getting nice and woody. Okay, it's starting to change its color, which is looking really nice. Instead of that, if you look to the side here where it's nice and green, that's what it used to look like a couple months ago. Now we're getting into this nice woodiness, a little bit more rigid and not as flexible as, say, this guy here. And the leaves down here looking pretty good. We're actually getting a little bit of combativeness here, I guess you could say. So I should look at maybe getting rid of this leaf here and also look at this guy. Okay, now besides this leaf that's getting a little bit of brown on it, but look at this leaf hiding underneath of that, coming off of this. I think I'll end up getting rid of that leaf, especially since I got this growing out here. And if you recall from my last video, I'm probably, once I'm ready to trim this down, this whole, 30, almost 3 foot section, I'll be putting it down here to either this area here or cutting way down here and letting these 2 limbs kind of be turning it, this one probably turning into the leader. at that point. So a little bit of decision-making time here once we're in the winter months, but right now, just gonna let it grow strong, thicken up a little bit here, and then we're gonna have to start making some decisions, because I will probably end up, by the end of the winter, not having a tree this tall anymore, at least not a lemon tree this tall. So that's pretty much my thought process right now. And if you think it's too early for me to trim that, let me know. It'll be about the year mark. I may end up changing my mind. We'll see. I'm going to do some research and see what is better for that. But we have that structure here coming out. We got nice leaves coming out, and they're not dead or falling off. So it's really interesting that they are getting a light, especially in the tent. And then I've got this other branch that's coming out. Let's see if I can get on the other side of it. And it's got a nice amount of leaves. A couple of them have fallen off from the base area, but we do have leaves coming out, and they're really, I mean, they're fairly nice size. They're about the size of my finger, my pointer finger. All these guys, if you look at the last video, these were about the size of my pointer finger. Now these guys hiding out here are a little bit bigger because they were hidden and they're trying to get that light. So they went a little bit bigger here, but you can see, even with that, it's bending and it's not going to be good. So I'm going to have to take care of these leaves at some time, unless it takes care of itself here before that. But just going up, we've got the left, the right, the left, the right, the left, the right, and so on and so forth as it goes up. Nothing too uncharacteristic here. We do have a bunch of thorns, so I can tell this guy is really healthy and really growing, because we got those thorns there, and I'm trying to focus on the right thing. But tons of thorns on here, pretty much under every other leaf. And then once we get to the top here, it's pretty much under every leaf. And look at the size of that. You know, a little bit bigger than my fingernail there. And then we get up to the top here. We've got this new growth coming in here. Just like the last time, just different growth, new growth. This guy's gonna get tall. My grow light is probably 2 feet above this guy right now in the tent. And I think it might hit it by the time winter is over. So that would be kind of interesting to see. Now, we talked about how this leaf is the size of my finger, okay? Look at the size of this leaf, all right? Almost as big as my hand. So that's kind of cool to see the size of those, especially how high they are, but it's kind of like creating kind of a pseudo canopy if you think about it that way. So this is my lemon tree bee. Not too crazy. I mean, in the respect of it's crazy tall. Kind of like if you look at some of my apple trees that I had on my channel. But I had to zoom up or zoom out all the way to start this video just to get the whole thing in. And I had to back up a couple feet to get this. So it's kind of interesting. Again, this really, I'm just trying to log the progress of my tree. I think this is update number 2. I think I have an original, and then this is the second update for my video, or for this lemon tree. This is, again, lemon tree B. Lemon tree A is kind of the same thing, and lemon tree C is kind of like really bushy, like really like does a lot of V's. Like this started right early and it just V'd out. But this guy looks really healthy, really strong, and I'm really happy with how it's turning out so far. And like I said, when I end up trimming this guy down to here or here, it'll be interesting to see how it builds now that it's got this structure and it's got this health to it. It's got a lot of energy, and it gets a lot of energy from these leaves. You can kind of see these guys. I live near a quarry, so you can kind of see the dust from that on these leaves. and then you can kind of tell where all the new growth is since it's come inside. I should really clean these off, but it kind of does give me a nice little benchmark to see where things are. And then down here, it's like clean. So it's kind of interesting just how it all works out. And just like the rain and me just watering the plant just kind of affects it. But yeah, this is Lemon Tree B. If you liked it, please make sure to hit that like button, and make sure to leave some comments or questions or concerns or what you guys are doing with your lemon trees, if you have any. Always love interacting with people watching the videos. And if you really liked it, please make sure to hit that subscribe button. It seems like the lemon videos that I make are the most popular on my channel. And I always love talking to the people that watch them and want to interact and want to grow trees like this. This is kind of like a pet project, passion project of mine, growing these and trying to make them into bonsai trees. And this is just, you know, step number one. The first couple years are just giving it and giving them a great foundation for growth. So let me know what you think. And like I said, if you like what you see, make sure to hit subscribe and that bell. And we'll see you guys for the next update. Till next time, guys, this is Greg's Bonsai. Take care. We'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.